to wake the hell up and you saying to rap. You understand? You saying to rap and make party and talk shit.
But you see now the creases in the trade segment, like people more basically going in the road for themselves now. And that is a good thing. Then get the one here that wood from the pastor that open the Bible and read the scriptures on the own. You know what I mean? It's like all of a sudden you're really hearing that robo shoppiness. That not stand still because people looking for results now. You know, the charade, it's like it's over. People looking for real results now.
Hey, as the Apostle said in one of his videos, he's talking them bread but not the circus. The churches are circus. The churches are part of our entertainment sector. They go to church to be entertained. Goodness, the pastor gives it because why? Yeah, you know, just go as a blind and take the flow through the church.
Right.
You know, speaking tongue over show as they would say.
It was entertainment.
Yeah, there was entertainment, rather than circus. That's what people out there for, but they ain't getting that circus no more.
Hey, so like, for the live stream, we locking off on Resource Mental because of the restrictions that we have. We can't get bigger, so we had to lock off. But the works will continue. It will be uploaded on GMS Prolific. Right, so we're looking off on the live stream. Shalom, ya Bashim ya Shai, Bashim Kakodash.
Bashim ya Shai, Bashim Kakodash.
Recipient?
Yeah, we could, 5.
Remember this season, why this season?
Remember, listen recording here.
Yeah.
So 5.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroyed and scattered the sheep of my pasture, saith Yahweh. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, power of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. We have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith Yahweh.
I have not what visited them. Where these pastors is now? This pandemic, this epidemic in the world right now, people dying in thousands. Where are you pastors? You're not visiting the flock. That is one disaster that took place. I think it was Joel Osteen, the close of the church. People could not come in. And that's what we're warning you all of. These men is not shepherds, alright? They are hirelings. They do it for the money. The scripture says the priest judge for reward. They teach for hire. They are dumb dogs that cannot back. Alright, the scripture also says, why do you spend money for that which doesn't profit? For bread that doesn't profit? But they're seeking a way out, they're seeking salvation, they're seeking the true identity as a so-called black, Latino, Native American, Indian man. They come to the prophets, and they will be freely given unto you. You're not going to tell them to join the $100 line, the $20 line, the $5 line. We know that bullshit. Alright? We just want to get the truth so that I can wake up and get the hell out of here.
This is Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 6. It says, my sheep wander throughout all the mountains and upon every high hill.
Who's the most high sheep? The sheep in the children of Israel. Alright? In Matthew chapter 10, he tells the disciples what? Go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The sheep is now all these different heathen nations. These are the wolves. Alright, these are the ones that we've been warning you all of. The Chinese boys that you have, the so-called white boys that you have, these are the wolves. Alright, you are the most high sheep. And the most high coming to deliver you out of the clutches are these wolves. Alright? And these pastors continue to deceive you all. Scripture talks about what? Wolves in sheep clothing. That is what these pastors are. They're working for the heathens. As the brother mentioned, they're under the 501c charter. They make a league with the enemies. Alright? They make a league with the enemies, and those Israelites back then that made leagues with the enemies, we used to do them, we used to kill them. We used to put them to death. These traitors. Alright?
Esau won. To put us back in slavery.
Yeah. He have us right now, he have us in slavery. He wants you all to remain with that docile state of mind and to fall into his trickeries. Alright, yes, the coronavirus is out here, but what he's so way to do is to panic extra. Extra panic, go into a fear mode, because when you go into fear mode, you're going to have chaos in the streets. And what they want that chaos. They're bringing their solution. And so Esau always does this order chaos.
Breaking news, Get straight out of the Bahamas. curfew in Bahamas and Cayman, right? It says March 20th curfew starts for all islands and Caymans, I guess you say 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. While within this curfew is a fine $10,000 or 18 months in jail or both. Liquor stores, bars, gas station, food stores operating hours 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Banking hours 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You are confined to your home and yard space only.
These are the days we were speaking of. These are the days the prophets have been out here speaking of to come. You've seen it for yourself. Right. The vision is speaking. Alright, there's no need for us to come out here and greatly expound anymore. Alright, you're seeing it for itself. It's like as our campaign always said, the Bible is a proper book. You read and you just look out in the world and you're seeing everything that's taken form. Alright, because the Most High's words is sure words. He declared all these things to happen. There's the birth pains. Alright, leading up to the coming of our Lord, that's son. Unto you a son is born, unto you a child is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. When he returns, that is it. And that is what we're leading up to. The return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. Alright? You jump to verse 20, Babakusha.
Jeremiah 23, verse 20. The anger of Yahweh Salakia shall not return.
The anger of the Most High shall not be turned. But why was it sent? The anger of the Lord is here due to the sinful acts of you people, especially you 2/3 of Israel. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians.
Laden with sin.
Laden with iniquities, and it's like a smoke in the Most High nose. So the Most High sending his anger because he fed up us seeing you homosexuals, a white man and man walking on the street holding hands, saying I love you baby. He fed up of you effeminate men, alright, he fed up of you adulterous women, he fed up of you so-called zesters, the so-called gangsters, niggas. The Most High just fed up. Alright, the Most High ready to see things the way he sets it up to be from the beginning, in righteousness, with his son reigning. Alright, so that's why his anger is sent. And it's sent and it's not going to return until what?
Until he have executed. Until he have performed the thoughts of his heart.
Until he have executed and performed the thoughts of his heart. And where you find the thoughts of the Most High's heart, some of them are in here.
But
alright?
just say, provocation is a hell of a thing.
Just say fathers provoking the children not of the wrath, right? Provocation is a sin.
Whatever wrath bring, justified.
Most sides always justified. I just keep just saying what the just Lord is makes thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning but he brings his judgment and light. The Most High don't do nothing on the earth just for doing its sake. Alright, every action have an equal and opposite one reaction. The Most High sitting up high, looking down low, and when it is a war, wherever you sow, he gave that. You reap that. Alright, so when you homosexuals going to reap destruction.
Right.
Right now we in Europe here. Alright, a part of Trinidad where there's a lot of homosexual fishes walking around. These men going to receive the judgment.
That's right.
The Most High going to destroy them. Sodom and Gomorrah, remember that. Remember the things that was written in this great book, fear the book. It's about time. Alright, because what's written here is coming to pass. There's the Most High's thoughts. Alright, the instructions, the steps, alright, that is about to take place on this earth in these times.
The scripture says you Sodom and Gomorrah as an example.
In that time. Alright, that's why the scripture says was Romans 13. It's high time to wake out of sleep. It spoke about the salvation, our salvation during night. That's for us men that are doing this work. But also the destruction, because salvation and destruction is simultaneous. Check it out. See, meanwhile, the Lord delivering Israel, He's sending plagues to Egypt.
Destruction and a conflict, like I say.
Yeah. It's a balance with the Lord, and that's what the Lord executing on this earth. A balance. Salvation of the righteous and a destruction. Somebody get Luke 17, whole day that scripture put on my mind. Luke 17, the last verse. Had somewhere in the do you see any Jeremiah?
Luke 17.
The last verse?
Verse 37.
Go ahead.
It says, and they answered and said unto him, Where, Lord? And he said,
Where, Lord? Because he was speaking of the taking up, the abduction. Alright, some will be left behind and some will be taken up. Alright, and we see those chariots being evident which you all call the so-called UFOs, which Esau demonizes, which Esau mimics and makes a mockery of. These are the vehicles of our salvation and also the instruments of your destruction. As the scripture said, this is the curse. Zechariah chapter 5, that goeth over the faith, and it shall go into the house of the thief, and to those that swear it on this side. Alright, go ahead.
it says, and they answered and said unto him, Where, Lord? And he said unto them, Wheresoever the body is, thither will the eagles be gathered together.
Wheresoever the body is, like with the eagles going and gather together. And the chariots already here. And they here, and hey, when we set up camp, the chariots be over us. I believe that. Alright, the chariots be right there over us, guiding and protecting the men. Alright, wheresoever the body is, thither will the eagles be gathered, especially in these times. Alright, and these eagles, that eagle not only, pull their young ones. An eagle is also snatch a prey. Alright, there's also destroy prey, scrape prey, claw them up. And that is what these chariots going to do. Laser beams going to be used on you all. Some out of the world shit you're about to see, and you're seeing it right now. Right now, a lot of you are scratching your head at all. Wait is taking place. When this going and stop? Yeah. Now boy, this dread boy. 301 day, 501 day. Wait is going on, God help us. Most I working his work. He performing all the intents of his heart. Finish off with
Jeremiah 23 and 20.
finish off.
Continuing. In the latter days.
In the what?
In the latter days.
Which we in right now. We in the latter days. If you're still thinking, well, there's not the latter days, you're blind.
Right.
Alright, you're proud. Because this is the last stretch. This home time for us. Go ahead.
In the latter days, he shall consider it perfectly.
They will consider it what? Perfectly. And that is, the government give them time to sit down and consider it perfectly. What's taking place, and know that shit real out here. I am used to watch your CNNs, alright, and they're getting the news. Most are stirring up things this year, 2020, as the elders coined it. Year of prophecy, and from the very beginning of it was great death. It started with Halamani, whatever his name is, Solomon. Alright, it started off with his death, and then what? We had the different fires in Australia, these different places. We had several earthquakes. These things prophesied to come, especially in the latter times. Then we had what? We had tensions in other tensions in the Middle East. We had death of Kobe Bryant, death of other so-called Hollywood stars, death of other athletes, because the Most High promised, alright, to let the stars of heaven fall. All of those that are highly esteemed in this earth is an abomination to him. Alright, the Most High closing down this place. It's good. The curtain's coming down. But you still have it in your mind to go and build. You still have it in your mind to go and seek a career. See how much you could make. And the scripture say what? Okay, we get somebody can get Ezekiel 11 to finish off with the Jeremiah.
This is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 25. It says, start at verse 24. It says, because I have called and ye have refused.
And how the Most High call? You see, but I never see a missed call from God. He calling right now. The Most High calling right now. When he sent his men out in the streets, he set up the unicorn, which is the internet, which we use, we push day in, day out. Alright, because hey, each man of great minstrel is trying to push 3 videos a week. Alright, and we do it to the best of our ability. Brothers from all around, if you subscribe to them each day, you're sure to get over 20 or 20 something notifications. The Most High set up this to call you. You have no cloak for your sin. Alright, you have no excuse saying I didn't hear. Scripture says, have they not heard? Yes, their voice went throughout all the earth, and not by taking a plane. The internet, stop watching porn. Alright, stop just going up on the internet to watch porn. I know what the internet there for. The internet there to get its knowledge. alright, to seek out things that taking place in the earth and see if we can match them up biblically and know what time it is, measuring the holy times diligently.
It says, because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
No man regarded, and the Most High scripture says the Most High hand is not shortened that it cannot save. So the Most High is stretching it far. I saw even in China there's be seen this going on. In Wuhan, they probably used to watch this. They're watching it, they might not understand it. Well, on YouTube, I think they could change the language, also the subtitles, so it could be in English. So it's really no excuse. The Most High hand stretched out far and wide, the World Wide Web. Go ahead.
But ye have not, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof.
And with none of my reproof, and in front of the judges there, the scripture say what? Out of 2 or 3 witnesses, everything shall be established. And we out here and we seeing it. It's not that the Most High say it through the word, but we seeing it. The people really setting at not all the Most High counsel. But when we go in the streets, when we passing by and saying all the talking shit, they wanted to stone us with bottles in the promenade. Alright? Some of us they slew in ancient times. They set it at naught. They don't want us, they didn't want to have a shy. They say let his blood be upon us and our children. So what's going to happen to them? They're going to die. Alright? And everything that the Most High do to them going to be justified and we're going to be innocent of their blood. And we did what we had to do. Go ahead.
It says, I will also laugh at your calamity and will mock when your fear cometh.
The Most High going to mock and laugh. So he has a sense of humor. Alright? The Most High going to laugh. The scripture says also in Psalm chapter 2, he that sitteth in heaven shall laugh. The Most High shall have them in depression. Alright? Because he warned you was warned. And this is your warning out here. Just like Jonah was sent unto Nineveh and he gave them the warning. They're never different because when they repent. But you people are not taught to repenting. You want to continue to go there Monday and Tuesday if time permits. If the Most High allows everything to calm back down, peace and safety. You're going to go there Monday and Tuesday again and shake your ass. And sing if the city burned down, we jamming still.
I ain't seen them jamming right now.
They ain't jamming now because why? They just recently jammed. And the scripture says after that mirth is great heaviness. He balancing of things. There was no jumping up and shaking their ass and joyous and knocking bottles and singing the happy song la 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 la. So now the Most High have them crying. They had them worried in a frantic state.
Business, everything crashing.
Yeah, grinding cease.
Because as they're saying, there was jamming, right? There was no jamming. And I think, you see, this is what they're doing here. They're just using the coronavirus as a tool to bring in martial law. So they wouldn't want to bring down martial law. You understand? Because if this was jamming 2 weeks ago, thousands of people are around them. How the fuck? It's 2 weeks after 10 people can't come. And coronavirus was outside since before Camp Park. You understand? 2 weeks after 10 people can't be together. 2 weeks before 10,000 people together. But before you come together, we go out a restaurant and come. It's a system. That's why all of the governments around the world doing that. They want to bring in the new world order. That's the whole plan. The coronavirus killing people, yeah. But they really want to bring in the new world order.
Correct. Which will also go back to the Georgia guys.
Guys,
They made a blood oath. You understand? They made an oath with blood. And they want to kill off us and all the population.
Yes, sir. I'm not percent. It's like Luke 19:43. It says, for the days shall come upon thee, that thine enemy shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee round, and keep thee in on every side, and shall lay thee even to the ground, and thy children within thee, and they shall not leave in thee one stone upon another, because thou knowest not the time of thy visitation. And that was 70 AD. You understand? That was the siege of Jerusalem, and the freaking compass the whole land of Israel and kill out everybody. And that's what they're doing right now. You're just staying in your house. No come out, because you can't come out. Martial law. That what they're doing is a freaking strategy they're looking to come up with. Like.
Easy.
Easy.
Psalm
Like
chapter 10.
but hey, we already prepared in mind for them things.
Precept here. Romans chapter 13 and verse 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast. He revived that Roman spirit. His Rome revived. I saw we know as the brother brought it out. It had a siege back then in 1780. And this will be seen again, a siege. In the four corners, the martial law. On all sides. And then, hey, like to show you that is all through the spirit that the elders and apostles were spearheading and saying, hey, that from this year, it could be an entrance over to the chip. To the microchipping, because the next verse says what? Revelation 13 and verse 16, I just read 15. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. They also have a quote today, ID 2020. ID 2020. And the mark of the beast, that mark, that character is what? The RFID microchip. And they already planning to either place in your either hands or in your forehead. You're seeing it. The Most High give us that foresight. And that's what we're trying to show you all, but you're blind. So you're going to walk right into that chip because you believe in the system, you trust in Egypt. Alright, you put your trust in man. So what? You're going to break. That broken reed, the scripture talk about that. You're going to enter into your hand and prick you. You're going to be chipped. And then the Most High going to destroy it with his wrath without mixture.
That's right. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, and I will start at verse 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It had been already of old time, which was before us.
It had already, Most High say, when he likened his judgment unto our ring. It's a cycle. It's a cycle we're going through. You just have to be a watcher. That's why the Most High call us to be watchmen. To watch out for these things, because it's coming back. What was there of old, it's coming back again. Watch out for it. Blessed is his servant whom his master come and see it. Watch it. Measure the times diligently. Because we understand reincarnation fully. And this is the same spirits back here again, trying the same tactics. The wicked will always do wickedly. Alright, everything is again, they want to, as they made a tumult, Psalm 83, to cut us off from being a nation. You think they're stuck? They're still trying it. They're still going at it to cut off Israel. It's we that target it. Well, huh? How you all bugged out. You all in this Christian believing in Jesus. And you all can't seem to see that Jesus ain't saying shit right now. Jesus ain't saying nothing, Allah ain't saying nothing.
Mecca only have 2 people in Israel.
The Egyptian one still sleeping.
Is that come? The Most High promised to do that. Confirm the gods. He say he go melt the heart of Egypt. That's what's happening right now. In the heart of Egypt, it's melting.
And when Jesus prophets doing the praying for that peace, for that calm, and for that everything to go back in its natural. Yeah, I think they had a group of them was praying for that, for that just before the corona thing leave from China and started come other places.
I see them sending a message on the phone by the Pope, send a message for everybody to come to pray tonight. So you got a whole prayer to get rid of the coronavirus now. I said I pray against that fucking prayer on time. According to that apostle said, Esau, bring it on, Esau. Bring that disease. You know, bring the mark. Please bring it. You understand?
That's right.
Esau, what you waiting on? Bring the mark. What going on?
Bring it. Peace is coming. Chicken and bitching and do it.
Little boy too, he's scared.
Yeah.
Esau?
Yeah.
He's scared. You want to push it, you have a double-minded.
He know anytime he move. every movie make the most have a move, right? If it don't so, the most have a move to go so. The most so, the most have a move to go so. That's what the most I say, people look up and stand, man. When the enemy come in, people look up and stand, man.
So I need to check.
God.
Yeah, man. These are Ezekiel.
I was going to say, so everything you saw doing is from the Most High.
This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 25. It says, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
And there shall be none. Because the Most High send the destruction. Because the anger is tired the way things take place. You don't worry this way. Alright, heading into this time, you don't worry this way. So you acting against it. Most High against all wickedness. Alright? So now is the time for you to check yourself, consider your ways. Alright, we in these times here now we're seeing shit popping off. The scripture talk about days that might come in the 11th hour. You know, come in. Don't hold, don't frighten to come in, don't feel ashamed. But you had to believe. Because as I was thinking recently, to access the power of what we read, you had to believe. We're reading in this book. Because in the book you will see a lot of things what Samson did. You see a lot of things what Solomon did, what David did, the power that they exhibited. But the only way you tapping into that power is if you believe. Now by the scripture says, how shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? Okay, you could get the name, send you home with the name, write it down on a big paper, and you can recite it every day for the week. But if you don't believe in it sincerely, power wouldn't be granted unto you. So we have to believe. And this is a form of us showing that we believe. Because believe is not saying I believe at the top of your lungs. Alright, but belief is doing this work. He that believeth in the Lord, keepeth his commandments. I think that's in the apocrypha.
When you believe, your faith will not be tested.
Yeah.
It also say faith without works is dead.
You need faith. Because now is when you go and see who really had faith in the Lord. Who was just faking and thinking and thinking. And I saying that I hope it's right. I don't hope the Most High did that strength in your days of coming. You don't know.
That then will like
My chosen.
I think you would have done my mouth.
I got Second Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 7. Because you were saying, Father was saying, come in, right? These are the ones on them in the 11th hour that we in. But you're coming, no way. It says, unto you who are troubled, rest with us. You know? Because when you're troubled right now, you're troubled. So come and rest with me because we resting. We troubled. You know? We panicking and we resting because the scripture says this is the rest where he may cause you weary to rest. And this is the refreshing. You understand? But they would not hear. The scripture say that. And the scripture, Yahushua say, come ye all to me that is all heavy heart. Go ahead.
God, Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you and I will give you rest.
And the Lord will give us rest. So to you who are troubled, rest with us. Come and rest with me. Come in full. Rest with because we resting.
The coronavirus killing people. And we rejoicing. Them, and you see that happen, them sorrowful right now. We not joyful every day. I hear giving praises, saying, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua.
you can't wait until the hour at hand to come into this rest. When you come in before, you can't be like you are on the 5, 10 virgins. You come in ample time.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 was speaking of seeking the Lord in the days of your youth. By the evil days you are not nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. You know, this is the time. Alright, and now that you're hearing it, this is the early stage. You hear the word already, run. He that readeth may what? May run. In the scripture says, haste thee to flee from these times, something like that. You know? Get out of this place. Mentally, it starts mentally. Alright, it starts from purging your mind as your brother was brought out. Alright, many of you cleansing your hands and your body, keeping your surroundings clean, but not your heart.
Black.
God.
Now a scripture that way I was talking about the cleaning outside of the vessel. But the inside full of dross.
Yeah, but you don't
Say that they cleaning the outside, but they ain't cleaning the inside.
Sanitizing and lighting a black candle. Take me.
Setting up our hands and mud and rust and old food and all that.
Sanitizing and go and commit adultery. No hand sanitize and use a Omo.
I walk in dirt in it. Man, giant. The multitude which was born in vain perish.
First Peter chapter 3, and I read at verse 21, it says, the like figure whereunto even baptism also now save us, not the putting away of the filth of the flesh, but the answer of a good conscience toward the Most High by the resurrection of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Not the putting away of the filth of the flesh. All that sanitizer ain't going and save you really and truly. Alright? This what going and save you is a answer of a good conscience towards the Most High. You know, towards His truth. That is what going and save you, the purging of your mind from all the filth of this world. Seeing the bigger picture, seeing the kingdom to come, wanting Yahweh Shai to come and reign in righteousness, wanting Israel to be established. These are the things that you have to put in your mind. Like the right things, like that is cleanliness. Because the way things running right now with heat is so ruling. You know, the heathen nations having great authority, that is filth. Dogs have come past us. When you look everywhere you turn, it's pollution. The earth is polluted. Alright, these dogs are supposed to be our servants.
That's right.
They're supposed to be coming to us and asking, my Lord, how can I do this? When can I do this? You know, where would you like this? Because we are the ones that was given the laws and commandments and statutes of the Most High. And that is where the Most High going to make known on this earth once more. His laws, His ordinances, the way He wants to see things in righteousness.
Yeah, nobody now right to be having go over life now, thinking about food and driving an SUV and you know, he's my boss.
I did this stuff now. When we are talking about it, it's in Matthew 23 and verse 25.